The rock cycle. Please copy this. Okay, what it says, rocks are naturally recycled. Earth is that many years old. That's 4.6 billion. I like writing it out with all the zeros because that's old. Okay? But there are no rocks on Earth that are 4 billion years old. Not that we've found, and there probably aren't any. Most rocks we find are old. The rocks under my feet right here are about 500 million years old, maybe 450 million years old here in upstate New York, which is old, but nothing compared to this. It's 10% as old as this. Oh, God, no, it's not. Is it 10%? I got to think about that. What did I say? What did I say? 500 million? Yeah, it's about 10%. So, yeah. Most rocks are much younger than this. Rocks get, because what happens is rocks get changed over time. They get melted, metamorphosed, weathered, eroded. You have an igneous rock. You have lava flows. It's an igneous rock, flows on the surface, solidified, becomes igneous rock. Sit there for many, many years. It'll slowly get weathered, broken down, become smaller pieces, sand pieces, silt pieces. Chemical reactions to it, gets washed into the water, into the ocean. It will settle down to the bottom, and get more sediment on top, get compacted, cemented, becomes a sedimentary rock. And then maybe that gets buried further and further, and that ends up 12 miles below other rocks on top of it. It's under 12 miles of rocks on top. Becomes metamorphosed, becomes a metamorphic rock, becomes schist, something like that. And then that gets pushed up to the surface. And so this continually changes. This is recycling, which is really cool. It's called the rock cycle. And what you have here is, this is a rock cycle chart. So we could start anywhere. Let's start at magma. People like starting there. People think of it. Magma will become igneous rocks if it cools and solidifies. And igneous rock can really go a few ways. It could follow this path, get buried deeply, become metamorphic rock. You know, heat and pressure is what this process is going to be here. It can get remelted again, get buried really deeply, get remelted, become magma again. I mean, kind of get stuck in the cycle. It could do that. It could get weathered, as I said, become sediments in the ocean, and then the path I just said, then it gets deposited, compacted, cemented, becomes sedimentary rock. Then if it gets buried, it becomes metamorphic rock. And then if it gets buried deeper and deeper, which sometimes it does, it keeps getting buried deeper, that metamorphic rock can then totally melt, become magma. So one rock can always become another rock, and this, takes hundreds of thousands of years. Each one of these steps is hundreds of thousands of years, and over millions of years, you can have a rock change multiple times. So this, please copy this down. Okay, these are the processes that happen here. I usually like to do this in class. By this point, kids usually just ask what that would be. Kids usually pretty good about knowing it. But New York State Earth Science Reference Table, boom, it's there, top of page 6. They give it to you, so you just got to kind of look it up. But not as fun actually filling these out together and everyone kind of understand and think about that process. That's cool. But know that you have this chart if you have a reference table from New York. What else do I got? Okay, I'm going to stop here on rocks. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Mr. Gazda.